Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm back. Today's Monday. I don't do Mondays. Anyway, I'm back. Figured I better get on here. Even though what I really wanted to do was just get under my heating blanket today and stay warm. It's cold here today. I don't know how it is where you are. Hopefully, it's not really cold, but it was supposed to be like 64 today. I don't know what happened to our degrees, but I was out on the deck for a minute and I thought, well, I could go down to the creek and video. And it was like, I was only out for about 10 minutes. I'm like, I think we'll do this inside. So here I am. Hope you guys had a beautiful weekend and a prosperous weekend. And we're going to get started. I have two topics of conversation that I would like to dig into over the next couple of days. I'm going to separate them out, and then, as normal, I'll weave it all together throughout the whole process, okay? So, what we are talking about today is going to be knowledge of self, okay? The next one's going to be perspective of self. But anyway, today's going to be knowledge of self. So, basically, self-acknowledgement. Okay, I'm going to take this back just a little bit because I want to give you some more information so you get to know me better and what I'm all about. Just kind of make it more of a I'm here to help. I'm here to talk to you all, and and I want you to feel comfortable with me. If you do have any questions, I mean, I'll surely try and help you or try and get answers for you. So feel free to hit me up and talk to me about anything. I'm there. I'm right where you all are, or been there and done that. So anyway, but we're going to start on this self knowledge of knowledge of self. I'll get it out. Anyway, I'm going to take it back just a bit here, okay? Approximately 16 years ago, which put me into a 15-year marriage at that time, okay? I had 4 children. My son was my baby, the last one. Okay, I have 3 girls, and then the last one was my boy. Well, I was in a very unfulfilling marriage. Reasons why I stayed, we can go into a lot more of that later, into other things that I'm sure will come into play. But a very unfulfilling marriage for 15 years, okay? I worked. I was a businesswoman through and through. I bred dogs. I, at one time, had 57 breeder dogs, and I was very busy. I bred top of the line pups, and I was also into real estate. I bought and I renovated and sold properties. A couple of them I kept to rent out, and yada yada yada. Either way, I always dealt with a lot of people. I was always in the public, dealing with humane societies and all that stuff, and people flying in from New York to buy puppies, and contractors for my properties, because I'd buy vacant land and I'd put homes on it and sell them. So I was very busy, plus 4 children. I was in a marriage. My husband wasn't in the marriage, only I was in the marriage. He had the free will, as we shall say, to pick and choose when he wanted to be daddy or husband, or most of the time he was just player, out there being playboy, doing his thing, enjoying life. But I was a mother. I had 4 children, and I did my part as a mother. I saw to it my kids had everything they needed. Anyway, I remember one self-acknowledgement, one wake up that really threw me on the ground. Okay? I remember one time I was standing in the kitchen trying to get dinner on. It was in the evening, trying to get dinner for the kids. They were screaming and hollering and fighting. Kids at the end, towards the end of the day, they get real fussy. And I was there, of course, alone. I took care of all my businesses alone. These were my businesses. And I had the contractor in one ear, and I had a prospective buyer that was flying in from, I think, Texas that evening to pick up her puppy. And so I had 2 people on the phone trying to answer questions and give details. And and I was trying to cook, and the kids were fighting, and I remember my 2-year-old, my little boy, he kept pulling and tugging at my shirt, mommy, 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 and and I'm trying to quiet the kids and take these calls, and I remember he just yelled, Judy, which Judy's my name, but he yelled it, and when he yelled it, he threw me back almost to a point to where it was like how can I say, you know how when you fall or you hit your head really hard and you see those stars for a second? Well, that's exactly what happened. I just kind of felt like I fell back, hit my head, saw these stars. But in the process of seeing the stars, a lot of things flashed in front of me, and I just remember hanging up both phones and just staring for a long time at my son. And one of the flashbacks that came to me was one of the flashes was I have parrots, guys, great big parrots. So bear with me. Sometimes they're squawky, sometimes they're chill. Today, I guess they want to be known. So one of these days, I'll put them on the back of my chair and you can see them, and I'll do a video with them, but not today. Anyway, as I was saying, when the flashback came, one of the flashbacks through the seeing the stars in my head was, who in the hell's Judy? Yeah, I hear my name, people call, the contractors know me by name, my husband knew me by name, teachers, all of it. But when he said it at 2 years old and yelled it at me, it was like a wake up. Like, wow, who in the hell's Judy? Is that me? Who is this person? Well, that was one huge wake-up call in my life. One huge one. Through all the muck and the mud and the busting ass and making money and, paying for all this stuff for kids to go on trips around the world and this and that and money, money, money. In all that chaos and the money coming in and always money, 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 it was all about money. And you know what? I lost myself. Totally lost myself. I didn't know who in the hell I was anymore. All I knew was how to raise babies and bust my ass to work every day and have money coming in, and keep moving and moving and moving. But when that happened to me, it threw me back. Okay, guys, we know you're here. Sorry. It threw me back to the point to where I knew then something was wrong. I was very unbalanced. I was not in tune with myself. I didn't know who in the hell I was anymore. How can somebody lose themselves so kind of like you're like a transient in your own body? You're wandering here and wandering there and you're wandering here, but you never really are home within yourself. So how I'm going to tie this in with the twin flame journey is, within this twin flame journey, actually, the twin flame journey, I would say, is really the biggest part of the twin flame journey is acknowledgement of self, through all the traveling in the past and the different roads we've taken on this twin flame journey. In all honesty, hasn't each one led you closer and closer to yourself? Hasn't it opened up doors within you? Feelings, emotions, thoughts, ideas in you that you never knew you had? Okay, guys, so let's just dig a little deeper into this, okay? I'm on a roll now. All right. In all honesty, since you have been in this twin flame journey, since I have been in this twin flame journey, are you not different? Think about this. Let's dig deeper in this. I'm different. I'm not the same person I used to be. I've changed. I've learned to be more in tune with my being, more forgiving of others, more forgiving of myself, more understanding in the reason why I do the things, why I did the things that I did back then. And I've come to the point now to where it's like I'm okay with everything. You know, in the beginning of this twin flame journey, I was very, very critical of myself. You know, how could I be so stupid? How could I, just let so much time in my life go and just get lost and caught up in the chaos? And now I'm to the point to where I didn't know. We only do what we know at the time to do. And that's how we function. But since this twin flame journey, I'd say it's taken us back in order to bring us back out the gate, kind of like a racing horse. You're behind the gate and then you open the gate and you're out and running again. So we had to get set back behind that gate. And then when the gate opened, we come out again. But this time we're not running out. We're moving slow. And it's like kind of like a turtle in, checking to see what the climate is. It's okay. So now we're going to proceed a little further, a little further. In other words, we are progressing, maybe slowly. I'm progressing slowly, but I am progressing. We are progressing and moving forward in the direction we're supposed to be moving into to get to the place where we're supposed to be, which is knowing and becoming whole with ourselves again. We have to become whole within ourselves. We have to become comfortable within ourselves. So when that purge stick starts beating the hell out of us and we're sick and we're throwing up and we got migraine headaches and abscess teeth and, we're falling apart. It's all part of that purge trying to pull all this toxic shit out of us so that when we are in the progression path again, we can do it more calmly, more peacefully. You following me? I hope this is making sense to you all. All I'm trying to say is I speak for myself and hopefully I speak for a lot of you too, okay? For me, this twin flame journey has been a positive in my life on a lot of aspects concerning my life because I've done things I would have never done. So in a sense, it's made me braver. My mind is expanding more than it has ever had the opportunity to do. And I'm seeking knowledge and wisdom in everything, anything I can get my hands on, books or, videos or whatever. And it's just kind of like expanding me to where I'm going out further and able to embrace more within me once I cleared all the bullshit out. So, I'm not done clearing. I got a long way to go, I'm sure. Will I ever be done? Who knows? Maybe at the end of the twin flame journey, I'll be done. Who knows? But in the meantime, I know that I am leveling up. And I hope you see, if you're in this twin flame journey, how you are progressing and leveling up also. I love you all. Blessings. Have a good day. I think I'm going to go put a pot of soup on for the next couple of days because it's cold and it's going to get colder so I can have homemade soup. I love you all. I'll be back on here maybe tomorrow. Love, love.